invited to, and we're super excited. Our presentation for the Golden Bell Award is going to be at 9:15, and we hope we get to see you guys there. It's going to be by the Senior Square, like in the gym in front of it. And then we're also getting ready for our winter ball this Saturday from 8 to 11 p.m. And we're also having a blood drive February 6th. Feel free to join us. And we are going to accommodate to your schedule, so come donate blood. And then January 31st, Cross Country is going to have a run-a-thon to raise money for union uniforms.
Where's that? Thank you.
My coaches keep calling our teams JV and varsity, and I'm going, I don't know if my teachers understand that it's 6th, 7th, and then the 8th grade, but they want to keep calling them JV and varsity, and I don't know. But RTA, back with some RTA business. Sorry I missed the last meeting. I know you were disappointed. Couple of things tonight. I have received the draft copy of our contract from Schools Legal Services, but unfortunately there's several problems with the new language, so I've been going over that. And the other interesting item is that Schools Legal Services has decided to retype the entire 95-page contract. So we need to go through all of that to see if there's any oddities there. So this is going to take a little bit of time. I'm having that part of it approved. I'm going to meet with Mr. Weinstein on Monday. That's recently been rescheduled for Monday to look at what we're going to have to do to fix the problems just with the new language, because there's a lot of things in there that need to be clarified based on our discussions and negotiations. Secondly, it's that time of year again to start talking about the calendar for next year. RTA is going to take a little bit of a different approach for proposing a calendar this year. We've prepared a draft that's similar to this year's current calendar, and we're going to submit that to the district for review. I went over that with RTA's executive board yesterday. I'd be happy to meet with the board's calendar committee. I believe that's Mr. Starkey and Mrs. Kirk. Is that correct?
Mr. Reader.
Mr. Reader and Mrs. Kirk. What? Wasn't that 2 meetings ago? I missed that.
That's what we said.
Okay. It was close to the adjournment time, so maybe that's why.
What were you drinking then?
It's that coffee right over there.
Are you sure it's coffee?
Go ahead and taste it.
Isn't that Kahlua?
No, this time I'm going to half cap.
Sure, we'll take your word for it.
Even Anna could drink my coffee.
And I wouldn't do it.
So, with Mr. Reader and Mrs. Kirk, I'd be happy to meet with the two of you at any time in the near future to go over that draft and what some of the RTA's thinking is there. And I'm also going to then discuss the process we would like to use to negotiate the calendar with Mr. Weinstein when I meet with him on Monday. So, negotiations continues and the calendar. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you.
For West Park, we currently have 824 students enrolled. For January, we had 94% attendance. We had our Student of the Month Awards January 12th at 8 a.m. and next month, February 2nd at 8 a.m. we'll be having our next Student of the Month Awards. We're currently holding assemblies for perfect attendance, honor roll, principal's honor roll, superintendent's awards this week. We had kindergarten and first grade on Tuesday. Today we had 2nd grade and 3rd grade, and tomorrow we'll be having 4th grade at 8 a.m. and 5th grade at 8:45. On January 9th, we had our lunch with the principal for our 8 winners, and we had perfect attendance. We had 470, sorry I didn't get the number there, with perfect attendance for the month of December. Our PTO has monthly meetings. The last one took place on January 6th at 6 p.m. and the next one will be taking place on February 3rd at 6 p.m. in the library. Our PTO has sponsored lots of family nights this year. Our next one is going to be on January 30th at 6 p.m. We're going to be watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original. You guys are all welcome to come out. There'll be food and snacks available. School site council's been working together, working on emergency supplies, trying to get things like that. Just a list of different emergency supplies that we need for the school, and we've been working together on that. Our next date is still to be determined, but it will be in February. Our 3rd grade class went to the Long Beach Aquarium the other day. On January 9th, we had Ronald McDonald come and visit West Park for our RIF program, or Reading is Fundamental program. Our kinder through 3rd grade got free books, and there is pictures of the event on the West Park website. This past week, we had Engine 33, the forestry firefighters, come out. Kinder in second grade got visited by the firefighters, but they also got to see Smokey the Bear. So there's pictures on the website as well, and I added one on the back just for you guys to see Smokey. So I thought it had been a while since she's and that's it. Any questions?
Something's amazing that Smokey the Bear.
No, it was one of the firefighters.
Hello. The ED program is going really great. Our parents have been providing lots of positive feedback on the progress of their children. We're continuing to grow. We received a new student last week. We have 2 students that are transferring back from out of district within the next couple of months. We also have had an inquiry from out of district about accepting out of district students into our program. And we are receiving a new student that is moving in from out of state as well. Because we are continuing to grow, we are now considering opening an additional class, particularly for next year. We're currently preparing for first semester honor and attendance awards. We are also preparing for smarter balance testing. We service all grade levels on our campus, so it's going to be fairly extensive for us. Our school site had the Accelerated Reader program installed over break. Our teachers are very excited about having the new program. We have 2 seniors who are not only maintaining their regular semester coursework and grades, but who are also working on credit retrieval classes so that they can graduate earlier. We have 1 student that has been receiving glowing progress reports in our workability program from her employer. We are also looking at ideas for second semester field trips. We've had very successful field trips first semester. Our students were all very well behaved and we received compliments from the places we went to. For the special ed department in general, we have 5 people that are going to be attending the CARS Plus conference in Sacramento. We also have 3 people who are currently obtaining their certification in orthopedic impairment. And our district RN is currently working on his audiology certification so that we will be able to provide more of our own services within the district.
I have a question, Michelle. What is the workability program?
Workability program is a program that we work together with Tehachapi on, and it's a grant that we receive so that we can place students with special needs in jobs in the community so that they obtain work experience. So when they graduate, they have this experience, they have a resume, they have references, and the students also earn a paycheck that we provide to them out of the grant fund so that they are getting paid for their work.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Our December attendance and enrollment was 93.4%, 625 students. That's down a little, but I think as of today, that already jumped back up 4 students. We tend to, at the semester, we tend to get a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few students that come back to us and some brand new students. And we had, I think, 4 today, or within the last 2 days. Upcoming events, January 22nd, that's tomorrow. During 7th grade, we're having our Student of the Month ceremony. There will be, I believe, the count was 62 kids recognized for Student of the Month. January 30th is our winter ball, and that will be from 7 to 9:30. And we started selling tickets today. We'll be selling tickets throughout the rest of this week and most of next week as well in our student store. In February, we don't have the date set yet, but we'll be having our honor roll and perfect attendance awards. We'll have an assembly for that. We had 109 students get perfect attendance in the first semester. Our basketball teams, they're all deep into league play. Our 7th grade in particular is doing very well. I believe they have won 4 straight, Mr. Kwame?
Yes.
Doing very, very well this year. Soccer tryouts are starting soon. And I know that Mrs. Reeder is knee-deep or neck-deep into ordering our track equipment for the upcoming track season. And I know Coach Gonzalez is excited about that opportunity to start track at Tropico. We started our opportunity class last week, and this is a new program. It's not new, we're restarting an old program to address quite a few students who are deficient in credits. And I gave you the bullet points right there. Right now we've capped it at 15 students. We will fill that tomorrow. We will hit 15 students tomorrow in that program. Mrs. Leanne Adams is running that program, and right now we have a former teacher here in Roseman, Pamela Scherer, taking over her class in the 6th grade. The primary focus of this program is obviously credit recovery, and they'll be doing credit recovery and their current coursework all on the A+ program. So they spend the first 4 periods with Mrs. Adams, and they have lunch during 5th period, and then they have an elective, which could be a variety of things that they are in need of. If they are all caught up, they do something more of an elective, like a nutrition coursework, and then they have PE 7th period, and they all follow that same schedule. She is also in charge of the credit recovery, the entire program, which goes after school and also happens at the intervention level, which is 1 period a day. And currently our priorities are our 8th graders who are credit deficient, and our after-school credit retrieval has 52 kids enrolled in that, and our intervention classes average about 15 kids in 3 classes, and there may be more by next week, and by next week we plan on having every credit deficient student enrolled in one of those 3 options. So we are trying to eradicate retention, but while still offering these kids an appropriate education, not just passing them through, but holding them accountable for the mistakes they may make, and helping them to stay up to date on their current coursework. So that is our report. Thank you again.
Good evening. Currently our attendance at Rare Earth is 73. We got a handful of kids at this semester from Roseman High School. Thank you, Debbie. We have several students enrolled, and also we have around 98 students enrolled at Abraham Lincoln. Recently, we completed our initial WASC report document that we turned in, so we were excited about that. We turned it in, came with Mr. Bartel day after Christmas to kind of finish a few things up so we could send it off. And so we were excited about that. And I do appreciate everybody's effort, particularly Bob. Mr. Bartel has done a lot with the writing part. He doesn't really care to take the credit, but he did a lot of the writing. So I'm very happy about that. And did a great job, because when I sent it in, the team member, the lead team member who was coming, said the writing looked really good. So I'm very excited about that. So also in February, I will be going on a WASP visit myself, so I can kind of get a little bit of a taste of what's coming, and also be able to have that. It'd be a good professional experience for myself to go on one of those. So this year, our curriculum, I think, has been a little more challenging. However, we do have several students who are stepping up and getting credits completed, which we're happy about. It's always an interesting thing in Alt Ed. So when you see students stepping up, it's really good to see them complete credits. We get excited for them. We have also been using some other programs. We've been instituting a program I've talked about before called SHMOOP that they use at the high school. This has been an added benefit with CASI preparation, essay writing, and as we know, many of our students need skills developed in those areas, and also resume writing. We will, so we're going to continue to use this. We also are continuing to use the math teacher from the high school, and it's been nice. He meets with some students from Abraham Lincoln, but he's also meeting in small class sizes a couple times a week at Rare Earth for CASI prep math. Overall, we are continuing to do our Student of the Month program, which has been very positive. January 12th, we had our November and December Student of the Month award ceremony. We recently participated in the VFW canned food drive over Christmas, which we tied for first with a class from high school. I think they, between Team Montague Bartel, it was like 400 some odd items collected, so that was a really good thing. So we also, it's been good, we have, students have enjoyed access to the basketball courts, you know, for basketball, volleyball, tetherball. And also, new thing we've had is Heather, our school psychologist, one of them has been coming and providing the aggression replacement training. Many of our students have been participating in that, so we're very thankful that she is doing that. And we also have started students in doing driver's ed program online. Got that through Mr. Roney from the high school, so that's about it.
Good evening. The average attendance at Rosemont, 94.13. We had to put in that extra 0.13. We have 750 students. We've had, like Mr. Holmes mentioned, several students transferred at second semester. A few out of state, but we have not lost any students to other districts from our sites. Our students are well underway for the Celebration Day activities. Activities are being planned for the festivities, while a decision to hold off on our mural due to the fact that the painter has injured his painting shoulder. He's also filled us in on the fact that he feels that the warmer temperatures will lead to longevity of the mural, so we're going to hold off on that. Pictures are up and running on the school website. Most pictures demonstrate depth of knowledge levels and knowledge assessment modules found in the classrooms at RHS. Teachers are catching the desire to promote what's happening inside of their classrooms. They contact the office with these opportunities. I've spoken to our ROP business math keyboarding instructor. He's very interested in helping with the website. Our video production class is practicing producing these samples of the daily agendas. When we are up and running after this beta testing, announcements will be read via this teleconference system, so the students will watch and listen to the announcements rather than not listening. We just finished a photo marketing opportunity this morning with EDF through the solar panel donation. Plans are underway to decide how we're going to best market this and also promote the usefulness. GPA promotion derived from our amazing credit recovery leader for the students that she's working with, along with the honors, the top level students earning a 3.5. There's a sample certificate on page 3. They're going to be awarded with this certificate that will get them into an athletic contest of their choosing for free. A certificate for 1 free game attendance will be handed out to 53 freshmen, 55 sophomores, 35 juniors, 56 seniors. Roughly 27% of the population of RHS students stand at high honors. It's really demonstrating a wonderful growth. There's really been a wonderful team effort with the math and the English leaders. We were down to the last 15 seconds yesterday. We needed to be at the post office to submit our gold ribbon narrative. Mr. Ernest was standing at the helm at the post office, would not let the door close until we arrived. Mr. Roney is a very efficient driver. I'll just leave it at that. We're super proud of our team efforts. We are down to the top 2,400 schools in the state of California, and let's see where we go from there. Just a real quick note about the new California Career Pathway Trust Grant. I'm working closely with Antelope Valley College on a new grant proposal. Many hours. Thank you, Mr. Van Buskirk, for your amazing guidance in teaching me about budgeting. We have a team, including our English department chair, headed to the 2nd annual statewide early and middle college and dual enrollment program in Sacramento that happens at the end of the month. We're trying to stay on top and abreast of everything that's happening within the state for our early college campus. And we are excited about the district's recognition for our school day celebration for the official Golden Bell Awards. And again, I just want to extend an invitation to you to please come. I would arrive around 9:10. The ceremony should be concluded by 9:30. We'd like to extend a welcome opportunity. And we did try out that Golden Bell, and it really does ring. Last, we would like to provide you with our official current Spark Notes for RHS. This is an excellent way to spark conversations about all of the excellent things that are happening at the high school. Thank you very much.
I apologize for not having any handouts. My copier and I are presently not on speaking terms, but I will get something to Sally as soon as possible to put in your Friday packets. Enrollment at Rosemont Elementary is presently at 842 students. We're still enrolling students on a daily basis at all grade levels. I think Annie is sitting on about 5 more packets today. We're just waiting for different things in the way of immunizations and other documentation that we need to stay in compliance. We've had our honor awards ceremonies this week. Tomorrow is our last one. We'll be recognizing our students from 5th grade at 8:15, and then we'll be recognizing our 4th graders at 9 o'clock. We're very excited to recognize all of our awesome students. Something I mentioned a little bit earlier, we're very excited about at RES, is in previous times, in previous assemblies, kids whose parents were unable to make it there were kind of just standing there. And today it was really, really encouraging to see in both the 3rd and 2nd grade, all the parents were applauding, cheering for, and taking pictures of kids that weren't even their own kids. So these kids really felt valued, they really were appreciative, and it was just really exciting to see that sense of community is coming back to RES across all the grade levels, not only with the kids, but with the parents as well. Our PTA update. Our PTA sponsored an event last Friday. It was our family dance. As Ms. Noderman has mentioned, we're not going to talk about exactly how far over capacity we were in the event that the fire marshal is in the room. But we'll just say it was an extremely successful night. We had a lot of families coming out. The DJ was just putting out some great music. The snacks were good. I understand it was a very, very cool light show. And a lot of the kids were just displaying all their really cool dance moves. From what I understand, there were some moves that I didn't know kids could contort in that way. But I'm hoping they carry it forward when we do the physical fitness test in 5th grade. Because then we'll get a lot more passage. Our next PTA sponsored event is going to be Bites Around the World. I don't believe we have a date for that yet, but we're very excited because this will be an opportunity to celebrate our very multicultural family at RES. The students of RES are very excited about being back from their break. They had a lot of very interesting stories. The 3rd through 5th grade students are working diligently on their keyboarding skills in preparation for the SBAC testing, which starts late in March. The rest of the school is having fun just learning all their new skills in the computer lab. Our preschool kids get in there every once in a while, and they're learning just basic keyboarding, how to manipulate the mouse, and they're having a blast with that. Our entire school is working on improving attendance so we can all go back to Jet Hot Stadium to be recognized on the big screen. They thought that was a big deal last year. It's something that we're working on right now, is we're working with a representative from a local insurance company who will be donating 2 bicycles just to recognize our 2 top perfect attendance students at the school. So we're in the process of working with them, and then we'll have more information on that as it becomes available to me. Also, the students of RES wanted me to come before you this evening and to personally invite you to come down and see all the hard work and all the great learning that's happening on a daily basis. They'd love for you to be their guest and just come in and just see everything, all the cool stuff that they're learning, not only in the computer lab, but in day-to-day with the Common Core math and their other subjects. So they wanted me to make sure I told you that before I left tonight. In summary, we're continuing to work together just to improve the caliber of education for all of our children in an environment that's conducive to learning and succeeding. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, everybody's busy, it's great, this Golden Bell Award, it does ring, we didn't know that, and we were, I don't wanna say playing with it, but we were, and then of course they wanted us to ring it after I put it back in the box, so I just rang the box, Mrs. Reader made me do that, but it does ring, it was pretty neat, you know, and then I got to bring it home and I was told not to lose it, so I kept looking on, it's still here. But, and, you know, everything's moving along, and it will be exciting to have that, what we're doing, and all the things that are coming together, so, thank you.
Thank you all for coming out tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the good things that are happening. I'll try to take a day off and come see Rosen Elementary as well as the other schools. This is Kurt.
Thank you for coming, even though I know most of you have to be here. It's still nice to have you. And I think Mr. Otis is right, the tree does help. The tree and the grass absolutely helps Mr. Bartel. When he was over here, he did miss that. There was a gentleman named Sean Achor, A-C-H-O-R. He has written The Happiness Advantage and Before Happiness, 2 books. One of the things that he has said that struck a bell with me, especially with education, is humor helps lead to happiness, but it also helps to lead to improve test scores. If you watch something funny before you take a test or at the beginning of your day, your test scores improve. And I'm thinking, we need to do something. Beginning of the day, get these kids all excited. You know, show them, I don't know, Winnie the Pooh or something. No, what's funny?
I thought you were going to put the office, do a show.
Oh, not me.
Do animal balloons.
But something humorous, and I thought that was very interesting. And that's what he said. I mean, it just improves test scores. And then he went on to his next little item. But I have a challenge. And it's a happiness thing, okay? Is smiling is contagious, and we all know that. Except when we're not smiling, and that's not very nice. So, smile, make eye contact, and say hello to people that you meet during the day. And especially on campus with your kids, I think that would be awesome. Let's see how that works. So, challenge, okay? And again, thanks for coming.
I never found anything humorous about taking the test.
No, you don't. I didn't either. Trust me.
Yeah, I gotta say that my wife always says that she always reads the funnies first, because that way her day starts out great. I gotta reading the funnies guy. But as far as smiling is contagious. You can take somebody who's having a really bad day and just smile and say hello, and it changes their day. So yeah, always smile. Okay.
Well, thanks for coming, and I have a funny picture of Mario wearing a flat brim hat that I smile at now. It's on my phone. Thank you everybody for coming. Mrs. Notterman, you were very proud of your dance, as you told me, 8 a.m. very early on Saturday.
Yes, I did.
So that was the first thing you told me, and I'm just happy to be here. So that's all I have. So thanks.
Some grading at that side as well, but it's all very nicely specced out. What's nice is we have the same attorney handling us both, so it's surprisingly been more complicated than we would expect.
We're doing some trading dirt.
Grading of that site. We're grading. When that dirt is removed, we have to do some work at their site.
What do we do with the extra?
Well, our dirt that we're going to be having is going to build that berm that's along the road because of the gas.
At first I thought we were trading dirt.
No, grading.
No, I did too.
Originally I thought we were.
No, we're actually going to utilize this to satisfy that requirement for that large dirt berm.
Which one we started first?
Along Wilson and Bullback. Well, we're going to have it,
Along
both here
Rosen Elementary.
and TMS as well. So,
The last berm.
I'll make a motion to approve the MOU.